Hello, hello. Today's video is gonna be not gameplay, but more like some thoughts and realizations, mainly concerning the Torchlight Infinite and the Path of Exile content, let's say, or uploads. So my idea was, uh, kind of originally, is that what I wanted to upload and what I was uploading is basically like snapshots of current state of my progress, of my quote unquote journey, let's say. But they were not meant to be, and they were very like intentionally not named as guides. So then when I'm faced with situations, or I was faced with situations when I was expected, or the video was expected to be a guide, even though I did not set out to make a guide. I was not necessarily confused, but I was in a weird situation because it's not. At first I didn't necessarily think that it would be reasonable to expect something that is not a guide to be a guide, but and obviously after I kind of came to the realization, I thought about it a bit more. That does sound kind of silly because when I examine my own habits, or the reason like when I want to watch video in those areas, in those genres, what is the reason for me to like, what is the spark that starts the thought that, oh, maybe I should look for a video. And that is usually when I either am stuck in my own gameplay in some manner, or if I just want something to shake things up, want to do something different, like a different character, different strategy, something different. So basically, no matter how you call it, I'm basically looking for guides in some ways, not necessarily in the structure of a guide, but something to guide me towards having more fun, basically. And when I thought about that a bit more, I realized that even if I don't make a guide, or I don't what I upload, I do not call it a guide, it will still be evaluated as such, because that is what people are looking for. So if someone sees it in the algorithm and sees that I have, for example, Holy Relic that I had in PoE, or I started with Erika 2, and then I am on the tier 3 at the moment in Torchlight Infinite. But when they see that, and if they click on it, they are expecting for me to present a guideline, if not a structured guide, on what to do or how I did it. And at the same time, I need to be, in a way, convincing that this is something that you are welcome to follow, and you will get good results. Or in the opposite case, if you follow this, then you will be disappointed. That can also be useful, but that is much less often the case. Usually people look for something that they can follow and have a good time. I think that's what people are mainly looking for. And like in that regard, I can't help but feel in many ways that I'm just very, very pale. I am. Let's start this thought again, because I don't want to say that I am. It's more like the video that I upload, or the type of recording that I record and then throw out into the internet. So that is basically just what is already there, but in like a less structured, less polished version of it. And here comes the reason for like this whole train of thought is that I am thinking about what place uh, does it have, or what function would my recordings or my videos occupy? What would be their reason to exist? Because as a player, I obviously find it fascinating as you go from zero to, as they say, zero to hero, but from zero to slowly building up your economy, your resources, your that's just economy, your character strength as you are progressing into the systems of the games. So I do find that obviously fascinating, because like that's the whole reason why we play ARPGs. I think I am not amiss to say that. But just because I enjoy something as a player does not mean that I am seeking out the same type of uh, content as a viewer. And that is basically where the crux of the issue lies. Is there a place for basically stopping to see the scenery every once in a while? Usually when it starts out, it would be almost like every day, and then like maybe every few days, or when there is like a bigger change in gearing or approach to certain things. That is what warrants a new video, basically. But the question is, if that is not an actual guide, or if it doesn't have the uh, like the main points of a guide that someone can actually follow, then is there really a reason to do them? Because it also depends on what my intentions would be. Because if my intention is to just make it simply for myself and just have some sort of visual diary sort of stuff that I can look back later, then I guess for that it's fine. But if I actually am intending for other people to view it and get something out of it, then something probably has to change. Many things, to be honest. So like it has to be more polished. It needs to present information in a more clear way. So like in like mechanics, or why am I doing what I am doing, that needs to be more structured, more like scripted to an extent. Obviously, if someone has the ability, the capability to just go and go through everything without preparing and writing a script, that is obviously doable and viable. But personally speaking, if I don't make some, even if it's just a very bare bones script, then I end up devolving into random thoughts that pop up in my head, and then I end up with a very long and very all over the place recording. It might be the case today as well, but I feel like I should at least keep it somewhat shorter, keep it somewhat separate, because everything does not fit in one single video. Even this is already 10 minutes almost. So yeah, basically the whole point is I am revisiting and rethinking about whether or not these daily uploads have merit as they are. That is pretty much it. Thank you very much. Have a nice night, whatever it is right now. Thank you. Bye bye.